Hello, welcome and good evening. I'm Sagarika Mitra and you're watching this edition of the News Pulse. And we keep our focus on the Pune Porsche horror. There has been nationwide outrage and your voice, your demand for justice has ensured that the system takes note. Today, the Home Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, has said that even they want to see that in a case that is so grievous, the accused should be tried as an adult. Joining us this evening on Times Now is the Pune Commissioner of Police, Amitesh Kumar. Good evening, Mr. Kumar, and thank you for joining Times Now. There are many who are asking one question today, that you, in fact, today want the juvenile to be tried as an adult. You say that you presented a watertight case. But why then would the board in the very first place agree to release him on bail and include that bizarre condition of making him write an essay?
See, number one, we had taken the most stringent possible path we could have taken in this case. The legal provisions which is mandated had been applied. With due procedure, we moved to the court with two applications. Number one, saying that it is a heinous crime as defined under Section 2 of the Juvenile Justice Act, which was amended after the Nirbhaya incident. Heinous crimes means that offence which has more than 7 years of punishment. This 304 IPC which we had invoked has punishment of more than 7 years, and hence it's a heinous crime. We had tried to tell the court that looking at the circumstances, when a juvenile 17 years, 8 months old takes a car without a number plate to one pub and parties and has alcohol, goes to another party, again has alcohol, makes online payments from his cards, and then he drives at a rash speed leading to loss of 2 lives, it is heinous enough to be tried as an adult, and that is what our case was before the Juvenile Justice Board. Now, what order the Juvenile Justice Board has passed on day one is in public domain, and all of you are aware of it. I need not comment. I am not. It would not be prudent and proper for me to comment on the order of the Juvenile Justice Board. However, we had said on day one itself that this order is not acceptable to us, and we shall exercise all our judicial remedies which we have at our command. We made an appeal in the district court yesterday, and the district court today passed an order saying that under Section 104 of the Juvenile Justice Act, the Juvenile Justice Board has the power to modify, amend or revise its orders, and hence you first go to the Juvenile Justice Board again. We had again moved an application to the Juvenile Justice Board today, and they are considering our application, and they have listed the matter tomorrow at 11 o'clock for hearing, and we hope to get a favourable order, our application to be favourably considered by the Juvenile Justice Board. I would also like to add that whatever is the outcome of our application here, we shall leave no stones unturned on both two counts. Number one, to try this juvenile accused as an adult, and number two, to have him remanded in the remand home till our application of treating him as an adult is decided by the relevant court. So, in nutshell, what I am trying to say is, on day one itself, the police had adopted the most stringent possible approach and continues to do so. We shall take the case to its logical conclusion. Now, what you mentioned about the evidence part, I can say that we have been relying on technical evidence, and we have enough CCTV footages and other technical evidences to make a strong, watertight case, which is corroborated by oral evidence as well. This is as far as the incident is concerned. On the second front, on day one itself, we had proceeded against the father and the pub establishment under Section 75 and 77 of the Juvenile Justice Act for serving liquor to the juvenile and facilitating him, the father facilitating him to get into this act. This would probably be the first case where the father and the pub owners would have been proceeded against under Section 75 and 77 of the Juvenile Justice Act. And we have arrested the father as well as the pub owners. We have got 4 days custody of 3 accused. The father and 1 more are going to be produced tomorrow. We shall be proceeding against them also in a very, very stringent and severe manner.
Now, I want to draw your attention to what some reports are saying, and like you just told us, that you have evidence, or you told the board that the accused was drunk. But there are some reports doing the rounds that the preliminary medical report said that alcohol wasn't found in his bloodstream. What are the facts?
See, number one, the blood report, blood sample has been sent to the forensic department for examination and report. The report has yet not been received. But what I'm trying to say is, in spite or despite of whatever the blood report comes, we still have a watertight case, because you must understand that this is not a case of 304A, a rash and negligent act. It is not a case of a normal fatal accident. Here we have a case of culpable homicide not amounting to murder, where our case is that the accused was under full knowledge that his act and conduct is likely to cause death. His act and conduct of being a juvenile, going to a pub, partying and having alcohol, coming out, going to another pub and having alcohol, coming out, driving in a rash manner at a high speed on a narrow street of Pune. Our case is that he had full knowledge that this act of his is likely to cause death. It is different to what the ingredient of 304A is. I would just like to tell you that. And so, in spite or despite of what the blood report contains, the legal course is not going to change, is what I am trying to say.
No, at the cost of being repetitive, sir, I would want this answer from you. Was the accused inebriated or not?
We are saying that the accused had consumed alcohol, but he was under full knowledge. He was in his full senses to have the knowledge that the act of his and the conduct of his is likely to cause death.
Now, some leaders of the political parties have alleged that this accused was fed pizzas and burgers and biryani at the police station. What's the reality?
See, I am repeating, even at the cost of repetition, I would like to say that the most stringent possible path was adopted by the police on day one. It was not a reactionary step. It was a proactive step. It was much before the media and the public outrage. I am also going on record to say that I am ready to face any legal panel of experts who can suggest me any better path, any more stringent path. These allegations are thoroughly baseless. We do not take action based on the economic strata of an individual. We have taken the most aggressive possible path within the legal mandate, and I stand by it. Anyone can come and question me on this. I am open. I am ready to go on a public debate on any open platform.
Now, Mr. Kumar, there is an MLA of the NCP. His name is Sunil Tingre, and he has said on social media that there are some defamatory statements being made about him, given that he knows the father of the accused. Was there any political pressure on your force when it comes to this case?
Absolutely not. You would see that the legal course which the police took was absolutely as per law and the most stringent possible. So where is the question of political or any other intervention? There was absolutely no political intervention. In fact, even if it was only to ensure that we take the most stringent possible path and we take the case to its logical conclusion with strict action against the guilty and the accused, and to get justice to the victims.
Now, you arrested the father of the accused. Was it because of national outcry? Was it because of an afterthought? Was it because you were forced to take that action?
I'm sorry. I think the people who are making these allegations are not clear of the facts and circumstances. I have been telling that whatever action we have taken, whatever path we have chosen, was the most stringent possible path, and it was all taken on day one itself, much before the media and the public outrage. It was not reactionary. It was proactive in nature. So all these allegations are thoroughly baseless and malafide, which needs to be ignored to my mind.
But we can't ignore the kind of outrage that is coming in from multiple quarters, especially when it comes to the JJB's decision to grant bail on lenient conditions like write an essay. Was your case not strong enough, sir?
We were equally shocked, just as a frank admission, we were equally shocked, but there's very little, there's no point commenting on a judicial order. But I can tell you that I had said on day one itself that this is to our mind not acceptable. This is not acceptable to us, and we shall exercise all the legal remedies we have at our command to challenge this order. We had gone in appeal to the higher court, not the High Court, to the higher court, the district court, and the district court today heard the matter, and they have sent us back to the Juvenile Justice Board, which has a power to revise and modify its own order. So we expect to get our application favorably considered by the Juvenile Justice Board. But having said that, I can reassure you that even in the remote possibility of our application not being favorably considered, we have our options to go to higher courts, and we shall fight the legal battle till we get remand of the accused remanded to the remand home, and to get permission to try this accused as an adult.
There are also questions around this car. The car that's involved in the crime. How come it was given a free run on the streets of Pune without having a registration or license since the month of March, if I'm not wrong?
Yes, we are aware of that. This car was indeed delivered from a showroom in Bangalore sometime in March 2024. It came to Pune subsequently. The RTO test was done sometime in April or around. And the fees, the registration fees or the road tax fees was not paid, and hence the car did not have a number plate. We are in touch with the RTO agencies. We have sought a report from them, and this is a matter which is mandated in the investigation, and our investigation team is pursuing with the RTO department to get a report, so that we can use the relevant report in our case.
Thank you, Mr. Amitesh Kumar, for speaking to us on Times Now. So that's the Pune Police Commissioner giving you here on Times Now a lowdown of the entire case. Was there a cover-up? Was there a delay? You heard what he had to say, but there's breaking